So this would be a short story of what happened to Team Snaky, and this was on the 7th of February 1970. The team had been tasked to go out to the Oshawa Valley just 2 days after Tommy Sexton's team had gotten ambushed. And the team was led by Ted Jason Bishop from Lufkin, Texas. They also had Sergeant Arthur Garcia, Paul Keaveney, James Furman, Guillermo Silver, and Nick Murray, Wallace Murray. The team had been on the ground less than an hour. And what had happened was the point man got up and started to walk on a trail. And you never walk on a trail. If you didn't make it, you don't walk on it. You can cross it and look to see what tracks were there, but you don't walk down the trail. So Keaveney saw what was happening, and he told Furman, who was in front of him, to tell Bishop to get Garcia off the trail. And when that happened, the ambush was sprung. Keaveney took the first round in the right leg, and he was an M79 Grenadierman. He went down, and the initial burst of automatic fire killed Garcia, killed Bishop, and then Furman turned around and ran back towards Keaveney, and Keaveney said, "You have to go back and get that radio off of Bishop's body." And when Furman went down to get that radio, he too was killed. The irony, if you want to call it that, was I was not with the team. This was the first time I had not been with the team in a year. Furman was carrying my Unit 1 medical bag on his chest when he was killed. The night before, Furman had heard the sounds of his new son back in Redland, Pennsylvania. They had sent him a tape, and he heard his son's baby sounds for the first time. After Keaveney was wounded in the right leg, he was then shot in the right arm. He tried to put out this machine gun position with his M79 grenade launcher. He was shot in the left arm, and then this progressed over a period of a couple of hours. He was shot in the right side, and that bullet exited by his spine, and the fifth round hit him in the 45 on his hip and set off 2 rounds inside the magazine wall of that 45. He was on the radio because he was useless as a grenadier. And while he was trying to fire the M79, 3 NVA soldiers ran up the hill to where he was, looked at him, and turned around and ran back down the hill. Could have killed him, but didn't. Paul received the Silver Star and the Purple Heart. To me, he should have received at least 4 Purple Hearts because this wasn't an isolated wounding. He was hit 4 times. And very interesting guy. He was a 27-year-old Lance Corporal. Had a couple of master's degrees, wanted to become a combat artist. Later taught school at Boston College. And is my closest friend. I am his son's godfather. He is my son's godfather. And he's, I want to say alive and well today. He's alive and in Westborough, Massachusetts. And I talk to him a couple of times a week. But very, very fortunate guy. He was medevaced out. In fact, they brought in a Huey loaded jungle penetrator. They tied him to it, and he went up, fell off because he wasn't tied in very well, landed in the heap. They put him back on and loaded him back up into this Huey and brought him to 85th VAC Hospital in Fubai. And a couple of days later, we went and more or less kidnapped him out of the hospital and brought him to a memorial service that we had to honor those Marines with Tommy Sexton, who were killed, and with Bishop, Furman, and Arthur Garcia. So very difficult time for the company to lose 7 Marines in a 72-hour period. But that's the price you pay doing the job that we were doing.